Alrighty, hey there everyone. Sorry for the kind of hiccup we had a couple moments ago whenever we first got things going. But we are live now here on YouTube with severe weather coverage for what's going on across the region right now. We do have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning that has just been issued here for portions of Hall and Childress counties. This is going to go until 9:30 p.m. tonight for golf ball sized hail and 60 mile per hour wind gust. So as we take a look at this storm, it is moving on off towards the south and east. The National Weather Service is saying it's moving at about 20 miles per hour, and it looks like Hall and Childress counties are about to be added to this severe thunderstorm watch as well, rightfully so. There we go. So what I'm going to do is turn off all the watches so we can just focus on the warnings. Yeah, here's our severe thunderstorm warning that's just been issued here for portions of Hall and Childress counties. Oops. Notice this will move into Memphis at 8:45 p.m., Ely at 8:49, and Newland around 9:23 p.m. We're going to get this posted out to social media. Thanks for tuning in with us here this evening. The current time is 8:31 on your Memorial Day. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jacob Riley here in the First Warning Weather Centers. We're tracking these storms that are starting to pop up with us this evening. Beginning to have some over western areas develop too. We'll get to that here in just a couple of moments, so y'all hang tight. And y'all feel free to let me know where you're watching from in the comments as well. I prefer the YouTube layout better than Facebook Live. Just seems to be more efficient that way. And everybody can watch it. You don't have to have a Facebook account to tune in. And y'all feel free to hit that subscribe button too if you want. This warning is through 9:30 p.m. for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and golf ball size hail. Moving to southeast at 25 miles per hour. Here we go. We're getting posted to all of our feeds here on social media as well. Have some new storms popping up out in Cochran County, getting close to Hockley County near Levelland and Morton areas. We'll get to that in just a second to get this warning posted out though, so everybody's got a way to see it. Clear this off. Again, we do have another severe thunderstorm warning here for Palmer County through 8:45, so the next 10 minutes or so. Main concern with this is they're near Friona. We have some 60 mile per hour wind gusts and maybe some nickel-sized hail. We'll show you Friona right now on our Bob Mill Skyview Network camera. We can see that storm has arrived. Got some rain, some gusty winds that are impacting Friona there in Palmer County. We'll go back down to Lee County. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued there. In northern Lee County, up to golf ball-sized hailstones possible with this storm as well. In addition to some 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, they've actually dropped that down to ping-pong ball-sized hail now. But that is going to be headed right towards Tatum. So heads up Tatum, New Mexico. You have this severe storm that's moving into your neck of the woods right now. But watching this line of the storms continuing to develop into Cochran County, we'll see if that keeps progressing north and east into Hockley County. We'll loop this over the past hour or so to show you just kind of how that's been moving east. Had some severe weather going on in the Texas Panhandle as well. Had some tornado warnings out near Clarendon earlier. Those have since been allowed to expire, but still some severe storms. And a kind of a squall line setting up here in portions of Oldham and Deaf Smith counties that will be eventually impacting Amarillo over the next, by the 10 o'clock hour, I'd say, or within the 10 o'clock hour. So we'll be watching that closely as well. Those storms there are warned for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and penny-sized hailstones. But again, this is what we've got going on across the area. I will turn on the severe thunderstorm watch again, just so you all can see this. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch here for Parmer, Castro, Swisher, Briscoe, Hall, Childress, Bailey, Lamb, Hale, Floyd, Cochran, Hockley, Lubbock, and Crosby counties. That's going to go through midnight Central Time tonight. And we, again, just did have Briscoe, or rather Hall and Childress counties added to that. Have a new severe thunderstorm warning coming out now for Parmer and Castro counties. The main concern here, of course, is going to be that 60-mile-per-hour wind gust continuing. There we go. And maybe some nickel-sized hail. So let's go ahead and let's zoom in, and we'll swap back to the Amarillo radar as we get a clearer view there of that. So this warning, again, the main concern are those 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Could have some nickel-sized hail as well. This is moving east at 45. Looks like it's making kind of an east-southeasterly track with it. So that's how I'm going to track it out. In fact, let me adjust the speed on that. Go. We can see those areas being impacted there over the next hour or so. Hope you all have had a good Memorial Day. And for any of you who have been honoring your family members who have served, a special happy Memorial Day to you. Thank you for your loved one's sacrifice, but also your family's sacrifice. It is definitely appreciated. Okay. Let's get this new warning up for Parmer and Castro counties. You can see the impacted communities there on the screen. Oh, let me turn those watches back off. I'm going to redo this. I don't like the pink background. It can be confusing sometimes. Here we go. And this is until we have a new warning coming out for Terry and Cochrane counties too. Okay, this one again, 60 mile an hour wind gust, Nichols highest tail. Movement is east-southeast at 45 miles per hour. I have another warning that just came out for portions of Cochrane and Terry, Yoakum, and Hockley counties. Big warning here. It will include the city of Levelland. So heads up there to Levelland. We'll get to it in just a second. There we are. Let's swap back to the Lubbock radar site. See this is the past 30 minutes, and I'll loop this so y'all can see it while I get this other warning posted up to social media. Go. All right, let's jump into this one now. Brand new warning here coming out. One is for portions of Cochrane, Yoakum, Hockley, and Terry counties. It's warned for 60 mile an hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail. Let's get that track on it. Southeast at 35. Heads up Hall County and Childress County. That warning for you is now being upgraded to tennis ball size hail, which is about 2.5 inches in diameter. Okay, let's get this warning posted out too. This is portions of Yoakum. This warning goes through 9:45. Again, this warning is 60 mile an hour is for 60 mile per hour wind gusts and quarter-sized hail here through portions of Yoakum, Cochrane, Terry, and Hockley counties. The city of Levelland, you are technically included in this. We'll have to see if this storm will continue to develop to the east and northeast along the boundary it's riding into the area this evening. So that will be very imperative as to whether or not you see anything in Levelland, but technically you are included in that warning. Alright, if y'all are tuning in, feel free to let us know where you're watching from. Okay, We have a new warning here for Lee County as well. This one is warned for ping pong ball sized hail and 60 mile per hour wind gusts. We're just going to draw it along the whole line here. And it's moving southeast at 20. Let's get this warning pushed out. This is for Lee County, New Mexico. This is at 7:46 p.m. Mountain Time. This goes through 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time. 60 mile per hour wind gust and ping pong ball sized hail. And movement is southeast at 20 miles per hour. But this is that overall line. If you watched our forecast at 6 or you watched our web article video, that line didn't do the best of job with initiating that. Earlier had a full line expected to develop here, all the way from Palmer County back down through Cochran County. We're not seeing that. And of course, forecast models aren't supposed to be taken as 100% truth. And that's a big reason why we're being reminded of right now, because they're not always 100% accurate. But again, we are seeing that line of storms develop now over western areas. Alright, so this is what we've got going on right now. We've got severe thunderstorm warnings in effect through portions of Hall and Childress counties. We'll stop radar to take a tour around the area, show you what we've got going on. This particular warning, it does include Memphis, Texas. It's going to be headed down towards Esteline. It should pass just northeast of Lakeview. But this is warned for tennis ball-sized hail and some 60 mile per hour wind gust. The movement, on this storm is going to be southeast at 20 miles per hour. So track this out. We'll go in and we'll adjust this for the next hour. show you there. Moving into Newland. Moving into Memphis now. Newland at 9:22, Plains Junction at 9:32, Esteline at 9:35, and Smithdale at 8:48. Again, with this storm, we are looking at up to tennis ball sized hail, which is about 2.5 inches in diameter, and some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. As we use our Barron button, notice it is indicating that very large hail core now just west of Memphis. So heads up there if you live in Memphis. This is along Highway 287. It's going to travel along and just west of Highway 287 down towards Newland and Esteline, arriving in those communities at 9:22 and 9:35, respectively. We do have another severe storm here, technically outside of our viewing area, but we'll take a look at it anyways. Portions of Donley County, moving near Lila Lake over towards Headley. This is a very strong storm capable of some golf ball size hailstones and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. And again, that one is going to be moving off towards the south and east as well, kind of right behind this storm as it moves down towards Memphis, Ely, Lakeview. So heads up Headley, Giles. That is headed your way with that particular storm. We'll go back in Parmer and Castro County. We do have this severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and some nickel-sized hailstones. This activity is continuing to develop. It's moving mainly east and developing more southeasterly too. So heads up even Hereford and Deaf Smith County. That is headed your way with this separate warning for Oldham and Deaf Smith County continuing until 9:15. So another 25 minutes or so on it. This whole line is warned for up to 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and some penny to nickel-sized hail. But you'll see that over the past hour, 30 minutes, that is overall moving due east. So heads up Amarillo area, you're going to be seeing impacts out of this as well by the 10 o'clock hour for sure. So we'll go back further south, back into the KLBK viewing area. We do have this line of storms that is developing into western Hockley County all the way through northern Lee County. This particular line of storms is warned for up to 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and up to ping-pong ball-sized hail. Overall movement with it is going to be southeast at about 20 to 30 miles per hour. So we'll update the track and timing on this. Show you those areas that are going to be impacted from this line of storms. So again, level land, you technically are in the warning, but if this line doesn't continue to develop back towards the east and northeast, it's not going to be impacting you there in level land. So we will be watching it pretty closely, though. The storm over Tatum looks like it's trying to take more of a easterly track now, instead of a southeasterly track. So we'll watch it. We'll see if radar tries to fill in here throughout Lamb down into northern Hockley County or not. Andy, right now, if that storm doesn't change, if it doesn't continue to develop further south, that will likely miss you there in Olton. Portales, your severe threat is done for the night tonight, Katie. So your severe weather potential is over with in Portales. Yeah, let me look at the latest sounding data. Let me see if they did any special soundings. So there is a little bitty tiny cap further south you go, but overall, really, there's not a concern. There's not really a cap that we're dealing with today. But temperatures are a little cooler today due to just the rain and the storms and everything like that we had yesterday. White River Lake, Jeanette, you are technically under that severe thunderstorm watch through midnight tonight there in Crosby County. So we'll see. Depending on where this development actually continues to pop up, will determine kind of what and if you see anything. Okay. If y'all haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button here on YouTube as well. I just like the format of it better than I do Facebook Live. So that's why we're doing this one on here right now. Just because, again, it's a little bit easier to do. Let's see. But overall, everything kind of right now just maintaining itself. Take a look at some of our Skyview cameras in Friona. Just the look there as activity rolled through. We'll take a look at Brownfield right now with a storm moving in from the west and northwest. You can see the darker sky there. Pull up our Levelland cam. See what it's showing facing these storms back to the west. Definitely darker. And again, we do have our severe thunderstorm watch remaining. We'll take this off. So there is that severe thunderstorm watch. It's lasting through midnight. Go back to analysis mode. Take a look at that loop there. I'm going to look at our satellite imagery, our infrared, to see what these cloud tops look like. Seeing that try to connect. We'll see if it does. I'm not overly sold that it will, so we may miss out on that here in Lubbock tonight. This activity is starting to get into areas where we do have a lot more moisture at the surface to work with, so we'll see what that does with the development. If that will allow development to really increase as this activity moves into an area that's more ripened with the atmosphere, or what that can kind of what that looks like for us. Because forecast models try to bring this stuff more northeast as it continues to push to the east, so we'll see what happens, but I'm not too keen on that idea either. So we'll see. We'll sit and watch it. That's what we're doing right now. Can't change it up too much, huh? If you have any questions, feel free to leave those in the comment sections as well. Oops. Got a typo. I have to go back and fix. Continuing that warning out there for Cochrane, Hockley, Yoakum, and Terry counties, bumping the hail size up to $half size, which is 1.25 inches in diameter. Looks like the storm trying to grow more northerly in southeastern portions of Cochrane County. Hold on just 1 second. I'm going to go dark here on my end for a little bit. I'm going to leave the stream up, but I will be back here in just a bit. All right, we're back. Barbara, there is a chance that these storms maintain or gain strength this evening. We can go back and take another look at the Brownfield Sky View camera there, Eric. As these storms are approaching from the northwest, Brownfield looks like you'll actually get some impact out of these tonight. Don't really like the way that one was looking. We'll watch it close and see. I'm talking about is kind of this feature right here. It's still a pretty elevated scan. This is between 6,000 to 7,000 feet above. But kind of that little hook there. That's just what we'll keep an eye on. You see more of that activity develop now north of sundown. We'll see if that can continue to spread in coverage to the north and east. If we're going to get rain in Lubbock, that's what it's going to have to do. Real quick, while I've got you, I think it's safe to say that these areas here are done with severe storms for the rest of the evening. Clovis and Portales breathing a sigh of relief, I'm sure, after yesterday's crazy severe weather stuff they had. Just to recap, though, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning continuing through Castro County right now. This storm is going to continue to have the possibility of producing 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and up to some nickel-sized hail. It is tracking to the east at about 45 miles per hour, so heads up, dim it. That one is impacting your area. Memphis, you've got some large hail going on right now. I have some reports of some pea-sized hail falling there on the golf course in Memphis. It is warned up to ping-pong ball-sized hail. And same story for that storm right behind it. It's warned up to golf ball-sized hail. So hopefully it's just the actual golf balls on the golf course and no actual golf ball-sized hailstones. Amarillo has a pretty good little storm moving in right now. This Boeing feature here for Potter County. This new warning down through portions of Randall County for a 70-mile-an-hour wind gust and penny-sized hail. So this is warned for the wind for sure. And that warning goes through 10:30 for the city of Amarillo. And again, we are watching this activity here over the southwestern portions of the South Plains to see if it will get its act together, continue to move towards the south and east. We'll see if it'll continue to expand to the north and east, because if we're going to get rain in Lubbock, that is what it's going to take. And we want rain in Lubbock. We don't want severe weather, but we do want the rain. Yeah, Becky, the hail last night in Afton was insane. Up to 5 inches in diameter. What's crazy is they had almost 6-inch in diameter sized hail in portions of central Texas today. And if you blinked, you would have missed this warning. We have a new warning that's come out now for southwestern Yoakum County. It's warned for up to $50 sized hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. And we're going to draw a whole new track on this line of storms. It's moving southeast at 30. So let's get this new warning out. This is 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts possible with this storm and $half size hail. And that $half sized hail is about 1.25 inches in diameter. Storm is moving southeast around 30 miles per hour. So Loveland, you've got these storms approaching you from the west. Almost got it all posted out. Sorry, y'all, it takes a while. Come on, Facebook. Takes forever and a day. Clear this off. There we go. Alright, so we've got these storms approaching Brownfield. Got them moving into plains right now. This big hail core is going to be heading close to Denver City. trying to see if these storms will keep expanding northeast. They're trying to kind of maintain their position in Cochran County, moving more due east towards Levelland. We'll see if that can expand northeast and bring a better opportunity for showers and thunderstorms to the Lubbock metro. I think Lubbock, the best chance for us will be around 10 o'clock or so, 10 to 11 p.m. for us to see any activity in the metro.
Horse.
But yeah, not anything too crazy going on out there right now, unless you're in the thick of it and you're like, hey, bud, yeah, it is. Okay, adding a tornado possible tag to the Yoakum County storms. That's what we were talking about moments ago. Kind of had that area of broad rotation that we saw being picked up. Let's take a deeper view with that now, since they've added that to it. So it's actually going to be more in this area here that they're concerned with. Take a look at velocity. You do have some broad rotation there. Not any debris or anything showing up, which is good news. So we'll watch that. I'm going to hop off just really quickly to go get my microphone on in case that they do issue a tornado warning for this, and to just touch base with our director. So y'all hang tight for just a second. So, for those of you watching, I'll show you, this is our microphone that we have to wear on the air. It's got a long cord, so I have to tuck this cord underneath my shirt and into my pants whenever I put it on. Because if not, it would be hanging out all over the place. So we'll get that put on. There's about to be a new severe thunderstorm warning coming out for portions of Castro and Swisher counties. That's the northernmost storms that extend all the way up towards Amarillo, that's down south into our area too. Let's get this microphone on. And then this is called our IFB. This, oops, I stick this piece in my ear, and it allows me to communicate with all the people in our control booth, like our director, our audio people, our producer, during our actual newscast, and they can give me time cues, or if we have storm chasers that are out in the field, they can contact me through my earpiece and tell me where the storm chasers are at, what storm chaser it is, what they're seeing, yada yada yada. So, now you know. Make sure this is on and ready to go, just in case. Yeah, so heads up planes watching this storm. Yeah, I took that in too. And our director's name tonight is Randy. So Randy, if you can hear me, I'm ready for a mic check whenever you are. So that rotation here in portions of Yoakum County is just north of Plains. It's still a very broad rotation, but it's going to be in this particular portion of the storm right here. When we take a look at our storm relative velocity, which is our rotating winds product, we can see that we do have that area of red and green correlating pretty close together. But whenever we take a look at our debris detector, our correlation coefficient product, it's not showing any signs that are alarming to show the debris popping up. We would have to see a very small ball of either blue or green popping up there to indicate that. So again, very broad rotation with that storm, but we are watching it closely. Should have a new warning coming out here in a minute here for this storm in Castro and Swisher counties. So we'll be watching that one very closely. So heads up Tulia, back towards Cress. Hart, this is moving, gonna maybe clip. You had some reports of some dust getting kicked up there as these storms rolled in. So we'll see what happens. So there is that new warning. It's about to plot for Castro and Swisher counties. There we go. Get this one put out real quick. $60-mile-an-hour wind gust and nickel-sized hail possible with this one. East at 45. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. Jacob's mic check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This is moving at 45. Okay, here we go. Okay, thank you. So these are all the areas impacted out of this new severe thunderstorm warning. It's going to go through 10:15 tonight. For portions of Castro and Swisher counties, this storm has been the longest consecutively warned storm. We've got some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hailstones possible with this. This goes through 10:15. And the current time is 9:24. Hey Randy, if we could, the next commercial break we have, if we could pop in for that, that would be nice. Okay, that's fine. Thank you. Alright, so this warning here, folks, it's on the screen right now, is warned for 60-mile-per-hour wind gust and nickel-sized hail. The storm is moving east at approximately 45 miles per hour. So Plains, we haven't forgot about you. That storm that has some rotation with it looks like it'll stay just north of you in the city of Plains. But Brownfield, Tokyo area, you need to keep a heads up on it. Let's go back down. Swap our radar site back to Lubbock. When's the next national break? Okay, I'd rather do the national national instead of the local break if we can. But if there is a tornado warning that's issued, we'll just cut in even if it's in the programming. Those of you watching on the live stream, I'm talking to our director, Randy, in my ear. Okay, we're gonna have to cut in. We have a tornado warning, so we'll go ahead and cut in Randy. Let me turn the lights off real quick. Yeah, so as soon as they can get us on, let's get us on, please. All right, Yoakum County, we have a tornado warning coming for you. Again, tornado warning coming for Yoakum County. The rotation is expected to remain north to the northeast of Plains at this time, but we are seeing some increasing rotation now northeast of Plains. It's going to be this portion of the storm right here. So Plains, you'll probably be included in this tornado warning, but again, this will include Terry County as well. Storm is moving southeast at 30 miles per hour. Okay. Well, good evening, South Plains. This is KLBK Chief Meteorologist Jacob Riley. We're cutting into programming because we have a tornado warning that now has been issued for portions of Yoakum and Terry counties this evening. Radar is indicating that a tornado is possible just on the north side of the city of Plains, and it's tracking southeast at 30 miles per hour. This will eventually track pretty close to the city of Wellman. So heads up, Wellman and southwestern portions of Terry County. You need to be ready to head to your safe place now, because you will have this storm that's going to be headed close to you within the next hour or so, with a potential arrival time at 10:10 p.m. At approximately 9:26 p.m. this evening, the National Weather Service said that there is a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado just northeast of the city of Plains, and it is tracking southeast at 30 miles per hour. Now, in addition to a potential tornado with this storm, the National Weather Service is also concerned with the possibility of some half-dollar sized hail, which is going to be about 1.25 inches in diameter. So again, a brand new tornado warning has been issued this evening just northeast of the city of Plains, and that is going to be heading towards the southeast at 30 miles per hour. So again, a tornado warning has been issued here. And this is Yoakum and Terry counties. And this warning is going to go through 10 o'clock tonight. That potential tornado is located near Plains. It is moving southeast at 30 miles per hour. So what we'll do now is we're going to take a look at our wind product, our velocity product. We'll kind of clear some of this off the screen to show you that we do have an area of pretty strong rotation that is showing up now here in the reds and green. That area in green is where the wind is flowing towards the radar site in Lubbock. The area in red is where that wind is flowing away. Again, so where that is occurring, we are having some of that broad rotation right now that has been strengthening, getting stronger and more or less broad, again, tightening as it's continuing to track east and southeast of Plains. So Plains, you are technically included in this tornado warning, but again, the main area of circulation is northeast of town and is expected to track away from the city of Plains. But Wellman and Brownfield, you will need to keep a very close eye on this storm as it's going to be passing relatively close to your locations there. So this tornado warning does remain in effect through 10 o'clock tonight. We still have about 30 minutes on this tornado warning. So Wellman and Brownfield, you need to be ready to head to your safe place. Another thing that we look at is with radar when tracking tornado warned storms is something called our debris detector. The meteorological term for this is going to be your correlation coefficient. And what we're looking for are areas in the atmosphere where we have particles that don't correlate as highly. That lets us know that we do have probable debris in the air. So what we're looking at with this right now, if we had any debris that was ongoing with this tornado, we would have that showing up in areas in green and blue. But if you notice, we don't have those colors popping up, so there's no signs that this is picking up or causing any kind of debris or anything like that. But again, whenever we take a look at our rotation signatures, we do have a pretty strong signature that this storm is rotating, and again, could produce a tornado, drop a tornado on the ground at any point in time here northeast of Plains. So we'll loop this now over the past 30 minutes or so, and you can see how that rotation has become much stronger here over the past couple of scans. And as we drag this forward in time slowly, you're able to see again that rotation center is here, and it is tracking southeast at about 30 miles per hour. So as we track that out, thankfully not any densely populated areas popping up within that cone, but notice again it will be tracking very close to the Wellman area over the next hour to half hour. So Wellman, you need to keep a close eye on this storm and be ready to head to your safe place should that tornado warning be confirmed to be on the ground, or should it be reissued to include your location there in southwestern portions of Terry County. This isn't the only storm that we have across the region tonight. We'll clear this off the screen. We'll give you more of a broader look. We do have some severe storms going on throughout portions of Castro and Swisher counties now. This severe thunderstorm warning is in effect through 10:15 p.m. And we have seen some wind gusts upwards of around 60 miles per hour. In addition to that, we are seeing the potential of some nickel-sized hail. With it being Memorial Day weekend, a lot of people are going to be out at the area lakes, Lake of McKenzie, one of those spots. This storm will be arriving there around 10:08 p.m. So if you know anyone that's up at Lake of McKenzie for the holiday today, you may want to give them a call, send them a text, let them know that they have some very high winds and some hail that is going to be headed in their general direction. So they need to stay safe as that rolls through some of our northern portions of our viewing area as well. But again, the reason that we're cutting into programming tonight is because we do have a tornado warning that has been issued throughout portions of Yoakum and Terry counties. This warning goes through 10 o'clock tonight, and what we're able to see on radar here is that tight kind of circulation right here. So if we have a tornado that is on the ground, it's going to be in this general area just to the east of Plains. We'll circle that on the screen for you to give you an idea of where this is located at. When we take a look at our rotating winds, we're able to see that area in red and green there. That's kind of close together. That's going to be right, again, in this general area here. As we take a look at our debris detector, which looks at the different particles that we have in our atmosphere, not anything that just stands out that says that we have a little bit of a lowering of our correlation coefficient value right here. When we line that up, it does sort of correlate here with where we have that area of strongest rotation, and that is in the portion of the storm that we would be most concerned for a potential tornado. So we are keeping a close eye on it. Again, this is why we're cutting into programming to update all of you at home as to what is going on. And not everybody always tunes into coverage at the same time, so that's why we're kind of repeating the things that we're saying and going over this again and again. We are seeing with the latest scan that shift further to the east now. Again, this storm with rotation is about to track. It's on track to cross Highway 380 about 10 miles to the east of Plains. So if you know anyone traveling from Plains to Brownfield tonight, may want to give them a heads up. It's going to be close to that Terry and Yoakum County line where this potential tornado is going to be crossing over at. But as we go back in time, you can see that area of rotation. Greatest area of concern is going to be right in this general region here, tracking south and east. So again, this location just east of Plains by about 10 miles on Highway 380 is where we're expecting that tornado to cross over here shortly. This tornado warning does remain in effect tonight through 10 o'clock. In addition to a potential tornado, we're also looking at large hail as a possibility with this storm. Up to quarter size, at times possible, up to maybe even $half size, which is just a little bit bigger than quarter sized, will be possible with this storm as it tracks southeast. Again, we'll put another track on this storm to show you where it is headed. The area of greatest concern with that tornado potential right here, and it's going to be moving southeast at roughly 30 miles per hour. We'll adjust this to go out for 1 hour into the future. And that shows it moving into the Loop area, passing close to Seagraves, Wellman, in southwestern Terry County. So again, that's the general track of this possible tornado here in portions of Yoakum and Terry counties this evening. Not only do we have that tornado warning continuing, but we do have the severe thunderstorm warning from southern Hockley County near sundown back into southwestern portions of Yoakum County. With this line of storms, we could see up to some $half sized hail, which is 1.25 inches in diameter, and some 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts ongoing with this as well. So if you're in the path of this storm, though, you need to be headed to your safe place. A safe place is going to be somewhere in the middle of your home, away from any outside walls and windows. The main goal is to put as much space between you and the outside of your home as you physically can. We'll swap over to link system number 2 real quick and show you that. The best place that you could ever go is going to be the basement, underground, away, of course, from the outside. And if you don't have a basement as an option for a severe weather safe place, what you want to do is you want to head to that innermost room away from any of those outside walls and windows. The main goal is to put as much space between you and the outside of your home as physically possible. Again, back on link system number 1, the reason that we are cutting into programming this evening is to alert you of this tornado warning storm that is ongoing in portions of Yoakum and Terry counties this evening. The National Weather Service has been tracking this storm very closely. We've been noticing increasing rotation with this storm as it's now about to cross Highway 380, about 8 to 10 miles east of the city of Plains. So again, if you know anyone traveling from Brownfield to Plains there on Highway 380, wouldn't be a bad idea to give them a call, tell them to get off of the roadway as this storm is continuing to track back to the south and east at about 30 miles per hour. We'll go back and we'll look at our debris detector now to see if anything is popping up, and we're not seeing anything too prevalent sticking out. Maybe in this general area here where we are seeing some a little bit of a lowering of that correlation coefficient, which lets us know maybe some hail, could be a little bit of debris. Notice that it's pretty displaced from where our main area of concern would be with rotation, which is going to be over here. And then as we take a look at our severe weather tracker, again, it's a little displaced from where that the greatest amount of wind shear is at, the greatest amount of rotation is at. So that is a good thing when looking at this storm. Doesn't mean that there is a very strong debris detection, debris signature popping up, which is good news. In addition to that potential tornado, though, we are also concerned with the possibility of some large hail that could be occurring with this storm and some gusty winds of about 60 miles per hour. So we'll track this whole line out for you. We'll clear this off and redraw it because we just saw that latest radar scan come in. And it looks like this storm may be becoming more outflow dominated now, which is a good news at a lowering chance of a potential tornado. So over the next hour, this is where our storm is going to be tracking. You can see it impacting the communities of Sligo at 9:45, Tokyo at 9:47, Pleasant Hill at 9:49, Allred at 9:52, Denver City arriving there at 9:57, Seagraves at 10:05, 10:10 in Wellman, Loop at 10:17, Ashmore at 10:32, Foster at 10:33, Adair at 10:37, and White City at 10:38 p.m. The current time is now 9:40 here on our Memorial Day evening. I'm Chief Meteorologist Jacob Riley, the First Warning Weather Center, and we're tracking this tornado-warned storm throughout portions of Yoakum County, heading towards southwestern portions of Terry County. We haven't had confirmation that this tornado is, in fact, on the ground, but we have had radar signatures indicating that this rotation is only getting stronger as it continues to track to the south and east at about 30 miles per hour. We will clear off the screen now, and we'll take a look at our rotating winds with this as well. And what we're beginning to see, these areas in green are where winds are going towards the radar site in Lubbock, and areas in red are where the wind is going away from the radar site in Lubbock. So right in this general region here is where we're going to have the greatest amount of rotation popping up. It's going to be on the very north side of this storm, but what it looks like is happening, notice we're not seeing any debris getting picked up as well, is that this storm is becoming outflow dominated. So as we go back in time, what we're having here, this portion of the storm, the wind is moving towards the radar site in Lubbock, and as we go forward in time, notice how that's kind of moving faster now. The area where the wind is flowing away from the radar site in Lubbock is very displaced from where the strongest inflow wind is, and I think what is happening now is this storm is choking itself off. So that tornado potential, I believe, is decreasing pretty quickly here on this storm in Yoakum County, but still we do have the possibility of some very strong wind gusts now that are going to be moving right along Highway 380 between Plains and Brownfield, probably 60 to 70 mile per hour wind gusts that are going to be moving right towards Tokyo area, down towards Wellman as well, towards the Sligo area and Pleasant Hill. So that surge of stronger wind gusts looks to be right in this general region and sticking more of that east-southeasterly track towards the Wellman area. So Wellman arriving there for you around 10:09 p.m. But again, the National Weather Service says they are continuing with that tornado warning for portions of Yoakum and Terry counties. It's set to expire at 10 o'clock, so we have about another 18 minutes on this warning. Okay, so the National Weather Service saying that they're thinking the same thing. The rotation with the storm is weakening and broadening out as it approaches the Yoakum and Terry County line. The Plains area, you are in the clear, but they're going to maintain the tornado warning for the time being for eastern Yoakum and western Terry counties. So we had another scan come in, and that rotation is continuing to broaden out. The area of greatest concern with rotation now is going to be on the northeastern side of this storm, right in this general area. There is a little bit of a debris lowering there, but I believe that's going to be where some dust is getting kicked up because it is a little displaced. Right here is where I'm talking about, out ahead of the main portion of the storm. So again, I think that's just some dust probably getting kicked up with those outflow winds that are going on with this tornado-warned storm. But again, very high winds are moving along Highway 380 right now, from Plains back through Tokyo, headed towards Wellman, Lahe area, southwest of Brownfield. Brownfield, it looks like this will pass just to your southwest as it continues to track in that general direction. But overall, it appears that the tornado threat is decreasing quickly with this storm. Let's go back north because we do have another warning here in portions of Castro and Swisher counties. Heading into Tulia now, back towards Hart, Olton area. This storm capable of some 60 mile per hour wind gust and nickel-sized hail. And we have another storm moving into Childress County, right towards the city of Childress. This storm capable of the ping pong ball-sized hail and some 60 mile per hour wind gusts. I'm going to wait for the latest radar scan to come in, and just for a quick note for our director in the booth, I'm going to make the call as to whether or not we go back into programming after this, because I think the tornado potential is done with this. There is still technically that warning on it, but again, we are continuing to see that just broaden out here as it continues to push to the east. We're not seeing any signs where those red and greens are touching. So earlier this evening, we did have a much greater tornado concern right in this location, northeast of Plains. But notice, look with me here, as we go forward in time, we're seeing that try to maintain itself in this portion of the storm. As we look at reflectivity, that's going to be out ahead of it. So that's where those outflow winds are kind of beginning to dominate with this storm versus the inflow as well. And some of that dust getting kicked up out ahead of it is being detected with our debris detector here. Again, that's occurring out ahead of the main line, the main edge of the storm. So I think our tornado threat is done, and we just did get that latest scan in. So what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and call it. We'll toss you back into programming. If this tornado looks, or this storm looks like it's going to tighten up and increase with rotation, or another tornado warning is issued, we will pop back in to give you another update. But we are continuing our live stream. You can find a link to that over on our Facebook pages right now. But for the time being, we will go ahead and toss you back into your regularly scheduled programming. But again, feel free to join us over with our live stream. You can find that link on our Facebook page. All right, everyone on Facebook Live, I'm going to run real quickly, or on YouTube, I should say. I'm going to run and take care of something really quickly. Then I will be back on in just a few moments. So y'all hang tight. Alrighty, folks, we are back here on Facebook Live. Thanks for bearing with me there for a quick second. Oops, sorry. Looks like that line is trying to organize itself now from portions of Lamb County down into Hockley County. We do have a new warning that's been issued here. Severe thunderstorm warning. Let's take a look at that rotation. Still seeing some very broad rotation with it here. It's way out ahead of the main core of the storm. And again, this is looking about 3,500 feet into the atmosphere. Still not showing any debris or anything like that picking up. So heads up Lee and Gaines County, we have this new warning that's been issued for you for this new developing storm. Moving. This one has capable golf ball size hail and 60 mile an hour wind gust. Moving southeast at 20. Let's make sure audio is back. Okay, yeah, audio is good. That tornado warning is going to continue for the next 9 minutes. But again, I think it's becoming more of a wind concern than anything else right now. So this warning is tricky here in Lee and Gaines County because the Lee County side is in Mountain Time and the Gaines County side is in Central Time. So it's a little confusing. Oops, so looks like they're going to be replacing that with a severe thunderstorm warning. Okay, there we go. Thanks, sir. Yeah, let's pop them out. Thank you. Alright, have a new warning there. It's going to replace that tornado warning in portions of Yoakum and Terry counties. You can see that popped up on the screen. Let's get this first warning out. And then we'll go and get that second one. If you have any damage reports, anything like that, please let us know so we can pass that along to the National Weather Service. Let's clear this off. Brownfield, you are included in this warning. That storm is again taking more of an easterly jog to it now. It's moving more east-southeast. Let me adjust those times. It does have a tornado possible tag on it as well. It's moving southeast at 30. That's a little sliver of a tornado warning there. That tornado warning expires in 6 minutes, by the way. But again, I think our tornado threat, our imminent tornado threat's done. We have this new severe thunderstorm warning now, 9:54. See if I can get it done before our newscast starts. This warning goes through 10:45 p.m. Or 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail.
Minutes.
repost the link to our live stream. You said 6 minutes, Tag?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Do you need some water?
I'm okay, but thank you. I've got my drink right here.
Okay.
Thank you, Terry. Okay, almost had this warning all posted out to social folks. Notice that our level land, we're beginning to see that line connect
5
now.
minutes.
We're 5 minutes away from the top of our newscast. We'll keep our Facebook live stream going here, but we will have to be a little bit quieter at times, so just a note for you there if you're watching. When we get quiet on our end, it's only because we are in the middle of our newscast, and if we talk during the middle of our newscast, then it'll be picked up at home. So that Gaines and Lee County warning is being upgraded to lime-sized hail, which is that 2-inch in diameter. Oh. Okay, let's clear this off really quickly. Notice that line beginning to connect down through Hockley County, through Lamb County as well, there in Olton, towards Littlefield. We'll see how that continues to fill in here over the next little bit. But here's kind of a reset for an more of a region-wide view as to what we're seeing. There is no tornado warning in Lubbock County. Okay, and the National Weather Service saying that they're not planning on reissuing a tornado warning at any time soon, at least, but that the mid to low level rotation is still there. It's still broad. The good news is, out of all of this, though, is we have not had any confirmed tornadoes. We haven't had any confirmed damage, anything like that out of this storm, so we're grateful for that. But Brownfield back to Wellman, you need to keep a close eye on this storm, as it is going to be headed your way over the next little while. Mic check, Jacob. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jacob's mic check.
You're good.
How many minutes?
3.
Okay. See if I can get in my closed captioning really quick. Tracking these storms that we still got to get in our closed captioning. We still got to get everything else done for the show. Ah! And Terry, if you just want to tease about the ongoing severe storms, that's fine for the...
That's kind of what
2 minutes.
Perfect. And I don't have a read in the B block, do I? Okay.
you take whatever you need.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I've got all of my script in now. There we go. Okay, perfect. All right, Swisher County, you're getting hit pretty hard with this storm right now, too. Ooh, thank y'all for hanging with us here on
1 minute.
on our live stream this evening. I may go a little over 2. I don't need to go crazy though. But yeah, I'll try to keep it as close to 2 as I can. Perfect, thank you. We're going to start with our brownfield cam because this storm's approaching from the west. We'll see if we can get a good view of a wall cloud, any kind of lowering, anything like that. This is looking back to the west down 380. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Tell them to leave the weather bug up too, please.
15 away.
Okay, we're 15 seconds from the start of our newscast, everybody.
10.
I'm not seeing any lowerings on this storm, which is perfect.
3, 2, 1.
Well, good evening, South Plains. Continuing to track severe weather across the South Plains this evening. This is a live look from Brownfield looking to the west, back down Highway 380. Earlier, this storm was warned for a tornado. We never had any confirmation of a tornado actually occurring with this storm, but we did have some rotation. That broad rotation is continuing with this storm, but as the lightning illuminates the western horizon, we are not able to see any kind of lowerings, any kind of touchdown from a storm or a potential tornado out of this. So that is the good news there. We're going to keep a very close eye on our brownfield cam this evening as this storm moves in, and that's where we'll start off our radar tour this evening down in Terry County. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning that has been issued. This is going to go through 10:45 tonight. This will include places like Brownfield, Tokyo, back towards the Wellman area here in Terry County. The National Weather Service has warned this storm for quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So again, this storm is going to be tracking to the east at about 30 miles per hour. We'll draw that track on this, moving it off to the east at 30, and we'll go ahead and update that time to track it out for the next hour and show you where this will be headed. Brownfield, you are in the line of fire for this, moving into Wellman, though, at 10:06, 10:07 in Gomez. Lahaye at 10:13, Tokyo at 10:20, Foster 10:20. Brownfield arrival time for you is at 10:20, 10:29 in Union. West Point at 10:47 and Newmore at 10:52. West Point and Newmore there in western portions of Lynn County. So again, that's the track on that storm. We have another severe thunderstorm warning now moving into eastern portions of Lee, northwestern portions of Gaines County. This goes through 9:30 Mountain Time, 10:30 Central Time, and this storm is giving us what we call a three-body scatter spike of some very large hail potential popping up with this storm. That's that area of green sticking out back to the south and west of that main core, and as we take a look, with that blue popping up on our debris detector, from a meteorological standpoint, that lets us know we have very large hail ongoing with this storm. And based off of our radar algorithm we have, it is estimating that to be 3+ inches in diameter. However, the National Weather Service has this warned for lime-sized hail, which is about 2 inches in diameter. And this storm is going to be tracking back to the south and east at 20 miles per hour. So we'll go ahead and put a track on this southeast at 20. We will increase that time frame to the next 60 minutes to give you an hour's heads up. And notice Knowles, this arriving in your area right now. Higginbotham moving in at 10:11, 10:21 in Allred. And Payne's Corner west of Seminole arriving at 11 p.m. Central Time. We do have some more storms that are moving through portions of Swisher County. These are warned for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts moving towards Lake McKenzie now. If you know anyone up there near Caprock Canyon State Park for the Memorial Day holiday, make sure they have a heads up as to what is headed their way. Again, these storms are moving east at 45 miles per hour, moving into Lake McKenzie at 10:15. We track that over the next hour. Silverton arrival time for you is 10:28, 10:50 at Caprock Canyon State Park, and Kittiquay there at 10:58. Another thing that we're beginning to see is that this line is increasing in coverage now, extending through portions of Lamb County into Hockley County. Levelland, you have some storms moving in right now. They are not of severe caliber, but all of this activity moving east, and as this line continues to increase in coverage, there is a chance it could bring some strong to severe storms into the Lubbock Metro. But that's how radar looks now and our current standings with severe weather. I'll have more updates on this coming up in your full forecast in a few more minutes. Your KLBK News at 10 starts right now. Supposed to go 2 minutes, I went 5. This is a live look here in Brownfield at this storm back to the west. It's approaching Brownfield in Terry County.
Maybe you're 14, 15.
Ooh, it's a lot of lightning. Still not seeing any low rings there, anything from radar, so that is good news, or from our camera.
10. 5.
Only seeing some strong wind gusts moving towards Brownfield. Leveland, you got storms rolling in, maybe some pea-sized hail, some gusty 40-mile-an-hour winds, 50-mile-an-hour winds, but nothing severe for Leveland. Watching this in Hale County, though, it's probably going to go severe very soon. Tell Pierce if I need to, I can just toss the brake after main weather if we need to kill all the rest of that stuff and be blocked. Okay. So that way we can keep McKenna's local stuff and we don't have to float it in the A-block. Okay. Okay. So we can float those if we need to in the B block.
1 minute.
And I can just toss the brake. Huh? Okay, good. Is it the tease isn't next here, right? McKenna then the tease? Okay. Alright folks, I'll have to walk over here just a minute to our desk so we can do our teas, and then I'll be back in the commercial break to give more of an update too. Essex, Terry, beginning to extend down into portions of Hockley, Lamb, and even northern portions of Terry County now. We have active warnings in effect. We'll dive into those coming up after this quick break. Hey, Pierce. Perfect. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Awesome. Thanks. Okay, I need to figure out how I'm going to do this. And I am tossing to break, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I was like, it's kind of a medium risk today. I don't have the sleeves rolled up, but I don't have the jacket on. So.
1 minute.
All right, folks, we're about 1 minute away from coming back onto our newscast. As soon as we do that, I'll come back over here and join y'all on cam, and we'll walk through radar together while we're walking through it with everybody on air, too. So appreciate y'all being patient. Still got to get the newscast done. Got to kind of take care of everything all at once. So appreciate the patience. But that line is starting to develop back now west of Plainview, back west of Health Center, through Littlefield, Whit Harold, Looms Chapel area, back towards Morton. So that activity is going to continue to pop up and push east here this evening. I just want some rain.
15. 10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Now, PLD Games First Morning Weather with Chief Meteorologist Jacob Riley.
Well, good evening, South Plains. We are continuing to track severe weather across the region this evening, and that's going to continue at least for the next several hours. We're going to start you off tonight on our Hot Wheel Skyview Network camera in Brownfield, where we've been keeping a close eye to the sky as we've had severe storms building to the west and southwest moving in. Earlier, the storm that is now moving into Brownfield was warned for a tornado, but we have no tornado-warned storms in our area anymore, and we never had any reports of any damage or any confirmation that that tornado was on the ground. So let's take a look at radar, let you know what we've got going on right now. We'll get to that Brownfield storm here in just a second, but let's start up north. We have seen our line of storms continuing to increase in coverage and intensity over the past couple of hours or so, really the past hour. We've seen that activity pop up. We have our warning that has now expired through Swisher County. But again, this line of storms is getting pretty intense near Plainview and Health Center. I would not be surprised if we did have a warning issued on that portion of the storm coming here soon. But again, we'll keep an eye on that. No word in the National Weather Service chat as to whether or not that will be issued anytime soon. But heads up, Plainview Health Center, some gusty winds, some heavy rain headed your way. Down south of Littlefield now we are seeing that activity as well. In Leveland, you've had a little storm pop up right over the top of town, but again, nothing severe out of that. Maybe some pea-sized hail and some gusty winds going on there in the center portion of Hockley County. That line continuing to develop back into northern portions of Cochran County, back southwest of Morton, west of Whiteface as well. And then down through Yoakum and Terry counties, we do have our active warnings. We'll start with the one here near Brownfield. The worst part of this storm looks like it's going to pass mainly to the south of Brownfield. We'll loop this over the past 30 minutes to show you kind of where it is heading, where it's been. And this warning does remain in effect through 10:45 tonight. Overall movement with this storm is back towards the east and southeast at approximately 35 miles per hour, and this storm is warned for golf ball sized hail and some 60 mile per hour wind gusts. So that golf ball sized hail potential is going to pass southwest of the city of Brownfield, but these areas in white, that's where we have the highest hail probability occurring. Our radar is estimating it over 3 inches, and it likes to overdo that sometimes, but looks more likely golf ball sized hail possible with this. So we'll put a track on this for you and show you where this is going to be headed really over the next hour or so. Again, we said it's moving southeast at about 30 miles per hour. Brownfield, it's moving in right now for your area. And again, we'll track this for the next 60 minutes. We'll increase those town names popping up to show you who all is going to be impacted. But Tokyo moving in right now as well. Union, 1022, 1024 in Adair. Ashmore at 1027. Welch, 1039, 1043 in Pride. Newmore at 1044. Grandview at 1053. Pumpkin Center at 1053. Wells at 11 p.m. Hindman at 11:07, Arvana at 11:09, O'Donnell at 11:10, and Hancock at 10:13. Again, 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and golf ball size hail possible with that storm. This particular storm moving into northwestern Gaines County is tiny but mighty. We've had it warned for up to 2-inch in diameter size hailstones and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This storm is tracking to the south and east at approximately 25 miles per hour. So we'll track this out. That main hail core popping up here for areas in black, purple, and pink. Again, as we track this for the next hour or so, this is going to be moving very close to Seminole at 11:08, but first, Payne's Corner at 10:48 p.m. So again, we are continuing to see this activity increase in coverage over northern portions of the South Plains, and now the National Weather Service out of Midland has gone ahead and issued that severe thunderstorm warning for portions of northeastern Gaines and Dawson counties through 11 p.m. Lamesa, this will include you. But again, Brownfield today, we have had that storm moving in. It's now just to the west and southwest of town. That's where the worst of the hail is going to fall with this storm as well. So as we continue to take a look, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch that remains in effect through midnight tonight for all of the pink shaded counties on your screen, which does include the city of Lubbock. And as we continue forward in time, notice that line possibly moving through the metro at 11 p.m., and then it will continue to gradually weaken through the remainder of the overnight hours tonight. A quick look at that 7-day forecast, though, is going to show that we keep rain chances on the board every day for the next week, with warmer and slightly drier conditions returning as we head into the last couple of days of May on Saturday and Sunday. So don't go anywhere just yet, though, folks. We've got more news at 6 coming up. All right, news at 10, sorry. Right after this quick break.
Sorry, I'm like, what? 6, what?
I haven't. I went home for a little bit, but.
I was like, you have to go home for a second, didn't you?
If we can keep it, if we can't keep the full minute of final, that's fine. Okay, thanks, sir. All right, so new severe thunderstorm warning.
Sorry, I'm still looking at that.
2 minutes.
Let's see how fast this is moving. 40 is what they have it as now. Like producing some very heavy rain and some good hail accumulation even just southwest of Brownfield. The area in purple and black and pink. So this warning again is going to go through 11 o'clock, and it is warned for up to golf ball sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This storm showing a pretty good sign of some pretty strong winds approaching the Union Adair area right now, as it's continuing to track. I think it's more east-southeast, moving east-southeast at roughly 40 miles per hour. There we go. Okay. Right. Sorry, y'all. Trying to get all this posted out on social. Now we're good. Can go back home. Clear that off. And this line beginning to fill in. Moving into Plainview now. Health Center. Plains is without power due to some very strong thunderstorm winds. Let's see.
Austin later this week. The Roughheads from sundown make its first trip to the state finals. Roughheads.
So let's take a look here. Have 0.6% of the county without power in Yoakum County. Let's take a look at putting an actual number on that. It's not showing any popping up right now, but we have reports from Plains at the Sheriff's Office reporting that they're without power. They're in the city. Glad that line's filling in though. Hopefully we can get some good rain here in Lubbock. That'll continue. Maybe some quarter-sized hail being detected headed towards Health Center. Again, down near Terry County. Whew, big time hail there. Yeah, lightning seems to be insane with this storm down in Terry County. Brownfield looks like you're getting some rain out of it, but the worst is staying to your south in terms of severe. That line continuing to try to get together through portions of Cochrane, Hockley, Lamb, Hale counties. We've lost that severe warning on the northern extent of the line, which is good news. That storm in Childress just kind of fell apart. Heads up Health Center, south of Health Center, you're likely seeing some hail out of this storm.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Jacob Riley, corporate marketer of Texas Tech Athletics. Now, KOBK Sports Connection with Sports Director Ryan Convo.
History made across the South Plains
All right, folks. So that.
All right, Jacob. 3 minutes.
No, you're fine, Moran.
You're doing great.
Gaines in Lee County warning has been dropped. So now we have is this Terry, northeastern Gaines, and Dawson County warning. So some very large hail going on here in Brownfield. That is
58
a
on return.
how much?
58.
Okay. That is
You got 45.
okay. Thank you. Big time. A lot of spin with that storm in Terry County. Okay, thank you, Pierce. But no tight rotation popping up, thankfully. Look at that hail swath, though. If there's any roofing people watching, they're excited to see this, I tell you.
Oh, okay. I was just, yeah. I mean, I'll do like
Hail Center, you're probably getting some pretty decent hail right now, too.
well, that's the thing. That's right. So, I gotta go over and then collared shirts, pair of shorts, couple pair of pants, all good. It was say toothbrush and some deodorant. Call it good. The last 2 years in Cary, well, the last 2 years in Cary, I was
All right, folks, we're about to wrap up on our KLBK newscast here. 30 seconds away from that starting, so y'all bear with me. Well, we are continuing to track storms across the region tonight. The only severe warning we have is down here in portions of Dawson, Gaines, Terry counties. This storm warned up to golf ball size hailstones and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, but we are seeing that line continue to increase in coverage from Swisher down through portions of Yoakum, Cochran counties tonight. That will move east, impacting the Lubbock Metro eventually. We can't tell you whether or not it will be severe right now, but what we can tell you is that we'll be here tracking it for you on social media throughout the rest of the evening hours. We are continuing with our live stream on YouTube. We have a link to that over on our Facebook pages, so you can find it there. But what we're all looking for tonight is some rain across the region. Look at that. We can go over with severe weather coverage. What? Crazy. It's a Christmas miracle.
let's just do sundown and settle, please. Sorry to be.
Okay.
I'll see you when I see you. Try my best. Trying to go to like Punta Cana or something. I don't know if OKC's a destination that I'm like, but hey, we'll take it. I'll have my live weather reports from Jacob
Yeah, I
Riley
got you covered.
as I get drenched in rain. Hey man, it's raining.
Hey, better than a sunburn, huh?
What's up?
Better than a sunburn, huh?
Well, that's going to happen in about 30 seconds. So. there's no stop. What do you want on?
You can just leave all this on. You can turn everything off over there. Just leave these 3 TVs on.
That's it?
And then the overhead lights too, please.
All right. Sounds good.
Thank you, sir.
Anything else before I go?
I'm good, man. Thank you, though, Tag.
You don't want like water or anything?
I'm good. I got my drink right here. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. We'll see if this line can hold together and move into Lubbock. It'd be nice. Terry County, that hell course kind of gone down recently, thankfully. It's in southeastern Terry, moving into northern Dawson now. Heads up Seminole. That storm may pass just southwest of the main portion of Seminole. Brenda's saying she's getting very heavy rain in Brownfield right now. We'd love to hear that. Ashley, glad that you are getting some rain pouring at your house in Brownfield too.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Special weather statement in Gaines County, which means it's a strong storm. It's just not severe criteria. Nickel-sized hail and 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts there. See you back here tonight at 6. Ooh, I'm gonna guess 154.
145.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. So we do this thing. Ryan records sports for the morning show, our Rise and Smile.
It's live.
Yeah, it's live. So we'll have to try to guess what his live time is going to be every day.
All live. Everything is
And I missed it. I said 145 and it was 154. I just flipped the words. So Lubbock, Kit. Good question. It's going to probably storm in Lubbock tonight. I don't know whether or not that will be severe. So it may wake you up whenever it moves in, but as of right now, there are no severe warnings in place with this line of storms as it's approaching the city of Lubbock. So, Eduardo, good question. How is tomorrow looking? There is a chance that we have storms across the region, but really with these kinds of setups that we've been having, it really kind of depends on the day before. So, once all this stuff kind of wraps up tonight, that will kind of determine what exactly happens for tomorrow. So, we'll be watching it closely. As we saw today, things kind of updated as the day went on. Same thing can be expected for tomorrow, too. Jessica, can we go to sleep here in Lubbock? There's storms that are building now back to our west that are just now popping up. They're not severe right now. There is the chance they could turn severe this evening. So again, we'll be watching it closely. You are probably okay to go to sleep in Lubbock, but just have a way to receive warnings should they be issued that can pop up and wake you up that way. Thank you.
Am I good?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yeah, thank you, Brandy. Appreciate it. Get some rest. But Gaines County down there, Seminole, you're technically under that special weather statement now, which is a step below a severe thunderstorm warning. We've got that strong storm moving in there, capable of some nickel-sized hail and some 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Hey, Elena, there in Dickens. You could have these showers and storms roll through. I think you could see some, but as of right now, none of them are at severe limits. That could change, but we'll keep a close eye on it for sure as that activity continues to push to the east. Eduardo, Wednesday finale. We hope that the severe weather threat is wrapping up. It'd be nice to keep having the rain, but we'll see. We will definitely see. Nice to see that radar is filling in a little bit, though, tonight from Health Center back down through Spade area, southeastern Gaines County, or Lamb County, northern Hockley County, near Looms Chapel. Whit Harrell seeing more of that activity back near Whiteface, now popping up southwest of Morton, near Lehman. It's all moving towards the east. Health Center, you had some nice rain move through. Plainview had a little bit of rain. North of Lockney, have some pretty good downpour going on. Back towards Silverton, Caprock Canyon State Park there, Briscoe County. North of Kitty Clay, north of Turkey. We'll watch it. See how it all evolves. David, you do have this storm moving into Gaines County right now. Seminole is technically included in the special weather statement. With this special weather statement, we could see 50-mile-an-hour wind gust and nickel-sized hail, but notice the storm was much stronger earlier. It's continuing to kind of pulse down. I think by the time it hits Seminole, it'll be for certain below severe criteria. Tim, you're very welcome. Thanks for tuning in. If y'all haven't yet, make sure you subscribe so that when we do go live in the future on YouTube, you can get those updates too. I uploaded some video from last night's tornado in Clovis. You'll have to check that out. It's pretty cool to see. South of Clovis. Northern Dawson County near Pride towards Grandview area, north of Pumpkin Center. You have that big hail core headed your way. It's going to be moving close to Heidemann, back towards Arvana. O'Donnell heads up for you too. It's our lone warning right now. None of this activity approaching Lubbock County is severe warned, thankfully. Could see some locally heavy downpours out of it, though. Some people reporting power is out there in Brownfield. Let's take a look. Looks like it hasn't plotted just yet in our system. See if our camera's still working. Yeah, it does look darker though. You can see the power is out there. Okay, so power is out in Brownfield. Some folks in Yoakum County are still in the dark as well. Alright, Terry County, you've been dropped out of that warning, so the only warning we have now is in northern Dawson County. Heads up Abernathy, though. You have a good little storm moving in on the north side of town. So it'll miss Abernathy to the north, but heads up Petersburg. You're watching this line as it gets closer to Lubbock and see what it does. Our luck is going to fall apart right before it moves into the metro, and we don't see squat. Between Seminole and Seagraves, Terry reporting some sprinkles, but some pretty good wind moving through right now. I'm not surprised one bit there. Let's take a look at our camera in Tahoka, see what it's showing. And I believe this is looking back north in Tahoka, whereas most of the lightning is back here west and southwest. Let's look at our Wolfforth camera. Our Wolfforth west cam is probably showing it pretty decently. This is looking back due west. Nope, that one's not up. See what Levelland is showing. A little bit of lightning there in the distance. But Brownfield is without power in portions of the city. It's kind of a haven right now. Hopefully that trend will continue. Definitely glad the main Hell Corps did miss Brownfield, though. Still a good little Hell Corps moving into northern Dawson County. Right up near Pride right now. Headed towards Grandview. We headed towards Hindman, Hancock, Arvana. Should miss Lamesa to the north, thankfully. You like it when those Hell Corps miss the main city centers. There's not many of them out here in West Texas, so we want to avoid them if we can. If this severe mess wants to wrap up and we just keep seeing the rain, that'd be great, because I am not ready to go home. Poor wife's having to deal with sick kiddos all by herself, so She is the real MVP. Had some very large hail out near Roswell earlier. Looks like the only severe warning in all of West Texas now is this one lone storm in Dawson County. Has some storms going on throughout Oklahoma. I really don't think any of this will go severe over the central portions of the area. Knock on wood. Hey, J-Kid saying, Helling and Abernathy, what size? I see that storm. Moving on the north side of Abernathy. Our radar algorithm saying maybe up to about 1 inch in diameter possible there. Got that pretty stronger storm near Whiteface now. Another one up north of Anton. This one moving into Abernathy. Thank you for that, user JK the Rapper. Appreciate that. Appreciate your report. You folks in Terry County, if y'all have any health sizes to report, please do. Thank you, Elena, for saying that. Glad to hear you're getting good rain. Storm down in Dawson County. It's still a very strong storm, but it is beginning to trend downward. That is good news. Seminole, that storm just gave up on y'all. Look at that. Just a little bitty sprinkle moving into town now. Levelland, you've got some more storms in and around the region, mainly back near Whiteface area. Some back up near Whitharrell, north of Anton, seeing some activity. This is all falling apart, though. May not even see anything here in Lubbock tonight. Storm near Abernathy, that's going to be moving more southeast. Heads up Abernathy, Heckville, Becton, Idalou, Lorenzo, Estacada area up towards Idalou. And this stuff is fizzling out. And once this warning expires, if we don't have another one that is issued, we'll probably wrap up our live stream here. But should more warnings be issued, we'll just post those warnings individually on Facebook. So make sure you're giving me a follow on Facebook. Give me a follow over on X. I'm on Blue Sky, on Nextdoor too. Literally the majority of social media apps. We cover them for you, folks. So you can stay up to date with those updates there too. But once this warning expires in Dawson County, if it is not reissued, we'll probably go ahead and wrap up our coverage here. In fact, we will probably just go ahead and wrap up at 11 because that storm is trending downward. And it's definitely not getting worse than what it has been. So that's good news. Got 1 minute. They didn't issue severe, but they did do a special weather statement. They did that on the Gaines County warning too, and then it just completely fizzled out. So that's good news. Overall downward trend. So what we're going to do, I think it's safe to go ahead and we'll end our live stream here on YouTube. Y'all be sure before you hop off to hit that subscribe button though, so that way when we do go live in the future, you can get those updates here as well. But again, if we do have any more warnings that is issued, we will be issuing those here on social media, Facebook, Twitter, X, Blue Sky. Elena, I'm dropping my @ handle from my Blue Sky social there. So y'all give us a follow on all streams. So make sure you're following us on Facebook too. That's where it's just easiest. I'm more familiar, more comfortable with Facebook, so that's why I'm very active on there. So definitely give me a follow there. Give me a like. If you don't mind, I'd appreciate it very much. And should any more warnings be issued, I'll definitely make sure to upload those there. But y'all have a great rest of your evening. Stay safe. Stay weather aware. Another great tool to have, like I've got right above me here. Download the Everything Lubbock Weather app. It is free in the Google Play and the App Store. Make sure you are following our weather pages on X and on Facebook as well for updates there from not only me, but from meteorologist Leo Rodriguez and meteorologist Chris Whited, who will be here in about 3 hours to give you guys some more updates should things still be going on at that time. But y'all have a great rest of your night. Thanks for choosing KLBK. And follow along with me here on your Memorial Day evening. Hope you've all had a wonderful Memorial Day. And for those of you who have service family members who have passed or gave the ultimate sacrifice, we appreciate their sacrifice, their service, and your sacrifice as family members as well. Because it not only impacts and affects servicemen and women, but their loved ones as well. So thanks for tuning in. God bless. Stay safe. Have a great rest of your Monday. And I'll see you back here tomorrow evening.